business, sometimes fighting, so that we don't have to worry about that or think about that. If this past week you got up and worried about that, something's wrong. But I don't think you did. I think you got up in peace and in freedom and not worried about those sort of things. That's probably the best evidence I can give you that our armed forces are doing their job. So the next time it's cold or extremely hot, raining, snowing, bad weather, desert, mountains, jungle, swamps, whatever, that's where the soldiers and the sailors, airmen, and the Marines are serving so that you don't have to. And that's why we take a day to honor veterans. It's really an interesting young man and woman that will join the armed services these days. They don't have to, as you know, it's a volunteer force. And they do it so that you don't have to worry about it. And think about it. They give up their home, their family, their school, their church, their community, and they march off to join something bigger than themselves. And they serve in places that they probably can't even pronounce. And I couldn't pronounce either. And they certainly don't speak the language. But they do it so that our way of life will endure. All of that's the reason that we're standing here today. Well, I'm going to make 2 points today. I've already kind of made one of them, is to say thank you for doing that. And the other one, I'm going to be so bold as to proceed to tell you what is important in your education and what's important in life. Some of the faculty will agree with me, some of you will groan and disagree, but you're going to hear it anyway. An infantryman telling you about academics and school things, you bet. I'm going to stand here and do that. I'm asked from time to time in school what is the most important and what's the most useful thing I studied. Well, two different answers to that. What's the most useful thing I studied? Here's where some of the faculty may groan. Now, my background in high school, I took in Russellville all the college courses, pre-college courses, trigonometry, algebra, physics, chemistry, biology, and everything, except Latin. I regret not taking that, but all the things you can take. The military academy, in my days, it was an engineering school, more math than a math major in college, more engineering than an engineering major. I can't tell you how awful that was. 10 hours of calculus, civil engineering, ordnance engineering, ballistics engineering, electrical engineering, automotive engineering, thermodynamics, strength of fluids, strength of materials, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Physics, chemistry, organic chemistry, nuclear physics, which brought me to my knees. And then a whole variety of so-called arts, fine arts, English, literature, economics, history, etc. Now, of all that, what's my answer? What's the most useful course that I took? And the answer of the winner is, if I open the envelope, English. English, English, English. English is the winner. I would say to each of you students here, master the ability to read, write, and speak our language. It is the entry point, the portal, the key to every other discipline that you will enter. I didn't say the others weren't important. I didn't say that you're wrong if you study them. I just said that English, in my judgment, is the most important. It is the one that you will use day in, day out, time in, time out, continuously. You will read, write, or communicate with others. Now, if I were a lawyer in a courtroom, I would point out that I am using English now, and you are using it to listen to me. As a matter of fact, I wrote some notes, and there's some written things here. So everybody up here is using English. So if I were the lawyer, I would at this point say, I rest my case. So, okay, staff and faculty, the science folks, you can groan. We'll move on. I thought also that it might be interesting to put a little corollary or adjunct to that on the usefulness and importance of revealing to you, to the students, the secret of academic success. There is a secret. You may or may not know it, but I will tell you the secret this morning. And Dr. Mott, as a matter of fact, if you agree with me in principle when I reveal the secret, you raise your hand. If you don't, no problem. Well, we'll agree to disagree. You don't have to agree. But if you want to, raise your hand. Some of you may have an idea what the secret is. You don't have to write it down. It's easy to remember. The secret of doing well in school, doing well in a business or your profession, or doing well in life or about anything is the following. The secret is there is no secret. It is just plain hard work. Hard work, hard work, hard work. That's, I got a vote here. So if you haven't figured that out, I submit that to you that's really the secret of what you're about here as a student and will be about the rest of your life. It's a famous quote from Douglas MacArthur, General MacArthur, from the Far East. I send you one sole thought, one single idea. There is no substitute for victory. Well, I would send you one thought. There is no substitute for English. So learn to read, learn to read, learn to write, learn to speak, learn to speak. It's really, really important. Now, or useful. Important. Now, I don't know whether the faculty will like this answer or not, but it's my answer for my profession, and I will argue the case here. So teachers, maybe you do want to get ready to draw on this piece there. And what was most important to me, if it all boils down, and are any coaches in the room? Do you have any coaches here, or are they're out coaching? Well, they would like this. The most important thing I think I did in high school and in college, for that matter, was sports. Sports. I learned more about myself, especially like in high school football. Any high school footballers in here? Huh? High school? Any Bruins in here? A few? I see a few hands there. All right, good on you. Now, I learned about myself that I could do things and then I could do more. I learned about what I couldn't do. I learned my limitations. I learned more about myself in sports than any other place as a practical matter. And that carryover and learning about myself carried over into all aspects, academics, extracurricular activities, church, etc. I learned about others. I learned about teams. I learned about team dynamics. I learned about teamwork. And make no mistake, out in life, you're going to be part of a team out there for some company, some entity out there where you work. Teamwork, and I learned active leadership. You don't have to agree, but that's my experience. And it doesn't mean, by the way, that you have to play football to learn those lessons. It does mean that it's a pretty good idea to challenge yourself when you think you've gone as far as you can go, and then push the